picking up everything like I normally would, and the doctor did not check my hearing at that time. Unfortunately, the doctor just kind of looked me over and said to his parents, Mr. Fries, your son, we think he may have a mental retardation, is what he signed. And then at 2, I went to a different doctor, and this doctor gave me a second diagnosis where she continued to say that she was frustrated and didn't understand why mom wasn't understanding what I was telling me, and she was explaining all this to the doctor. So the doctor was looking me over, and he said, hey, I don't think that he's really got a mental handicap, but still, another year, 3 years old now, another doctor. To the third one, she explained what happened each time in the diagnosis that they gave him. So, the third doctor kind of agreed with the first 2 doctors, but he wanted to do further testing. So, that doctor looked directly in my eyes and started talking to me like that, and I started reading his lips that way. So, I would say that I would call his name, and I never heard anyone call my name. And he said, wait a minute, something's not right here. So at that time, that doctor referred me to an audiologist. And the audiologist did the test to figure out that I was more profoundly deaf. Doesn't mean that I have any type of mental handicap, I was only deaf. So that's what started my journey in ASL once they figured out that I wasn't actually deaf. So I went to a mainstream school, public school, where they put deaf children in with normal classes. They had a lot of patience with me, and helped. Who taught you like ASL in the beginning? Miss Porowitz was my elementary school teacher, and she's the one who taught me the most ASL. And then at that point in time, my mom also became bought in and learned ASL, and she was a special education teacher herself, so she decided to learn ASL and then teach me, my family, my mom and dad, he's talking about my family now, also then took the classes for ASL. So my family learned ASL, and so then they were teaching me too, he was teaching me, so now the whole community was now signing with Paul. We were signing together, so yeah, that's his story.
So 4 years old before a formal diagnosis.
3, it was 3, about 3, yeah. Not 4, 3. So now there's many people who are from where we're at and don't understand much about deaf culture or anything about that from the times that we were back there. So nowadays it's a lot of gesturing, you know what I mean, and we get along that way sometimes if people don't know ASL. Honestly though, so far, I'm a little jealous over the fact that I can't use cell phones, and I can't hear the TV, a lot of times there's no caption available. 1982 was the first time that captions really became available, and then we're actually be able to be involved with movies and television. 1985 was the first time that we got the phone, and that was the TTY system, and that was typing on, you took the phone and put it down and did a little type, like that. So, technology continues to improve. Things continue to improve for the deaf community. 1995, 1996, they started introducing video phones. And that's where you could sign into the computer, into the phone.